All right. Well, so earlier Facebook was doing some wonky stuff where videos and images were not uploading. So hopefully this is working and people are able to see. But I'm Nick.
I'm Eric.
And this is Talking Interference Sports.
Must be working. I got someone to watch.
Hey, there we go.
Welcome, friend.
How's it going? My interferer.
Haha.
Maybe we call the
scared
fan
him
base.
Damn it.
Do we call the fan base the interferers? I don't know. No? We can come up with something
Yeah,
better.
we'll come up with something better.
All right. So this is episode 44. Damn. I know, it's been a long road.
Yeah.
July 3rd, 2019. If you are not following us on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, go follow us. We're Talking Interference Sports. Same as Game Changer Sports Network. If you are not watching us on Game Changer Sports Network and you're watching us somewhere else, go follow their Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you're in the Everett area, go to Tabby's Coffee and tell them Talking Interference Sports sent you. They will hook you up nicely. All right, so normally I've been doing today in sports history, but yesterday was 11 years ago when the settlement was reached allowing Seattle's basketball team to leave and head to OKC. If you guys are at all interested in watching Sonicsgate and figuring out what really happened, because we had Jason Reed on our show a while back, and he's the director and producer of Sonicsgate, and it's a documentary about how the Sonics left and why they left and all of the things that led to them leaving. If you haven't seen that video, go back, check it out. We interviewed him. We went and hung out with him. He was actually physically there with us.
It was awesome.
It was great.
Yeah. Super nice guy.
He gave us a whole bunch of DVDs to give out to people, and I still have a couple left. I don't know if you do.
Yeah, I got a couple, yeah.
I still got a couple left. So if you guys are at all interested in learning about why, how, and when, and where, all of the things that happened that made the Sonics leave to go to OKC, message me, message Talking Interference Sports or Game Changer Sports Network, and we'll send that out. But 11 years ago yesterday, the Seattle Supersonics reached the settlement. The city of Seattle reached a settlement to have the Sonics leave. So I know that wasn't today, but it was yesterday, and I wanted to talk about it.
Sad days.
What have you got on deck for some sports news? You got any rugby stuff?
No. There hasn't been any international tournaments.
I think like the whole sport of rugby might be in like a off-season type of a thing. Is that a thing? Did they do that? Is it a year-round thing? I don't know rugby that
It
that
is
well
year-round, but there is a little bit of a break in between now and there's a big month-long tournament between the northern and southern hemisphere that's in mid-October to mid-December.
So is it just like
November?
Really cold where most places are playing rugby right now?
I don't know why
I don't know.
but
all right. Well, no rugby news. You got anything at all? Nothing? Or did you just write down all the quarterback stuff?
I just worked on the quarterback stuff.
Okay, well, I got a couple things to go over before we hit the quarterback stuff. First of all, the U.S. women's national team for soccer in the World Cup, the day before yesterday, they came out on top of the semifinal matchup against England. 2 goals to England's 1 with a penalty kick saved by the U.S. goalkeeper Alyssa Nair to save the lead and keep them trucking forward. The
USA.
What a perfect time for that to happen too, for them to beat England right by the 4th of July. Like,
I know,
if
right?
that isn't.
Did you see the other thing? Yep.
My girl, that's what I'm talking about. She's bossing out.
Yeah.
Goals
You know how I like my tea?
in a harbor. like it. Goals scored were at 1-0 was Kristen Press with a header to take the lead at the 10-minute mark. England ties it 1-1 with a right-footed shot by Ellen White, assisted by Beth Mead at the 19-minute mark. And the goal-winning score, or the score-winning goal, that's fucked up. Oh,
the game-winning
goal
Right.
was by
together we'll get through this.
The game-winning goal was for the U.S. by Alex Morgan at the 31-minute mark by way of a header at the 31-minute mark. Right. That was written all kinds of crazy. Way to go, Nick. Good job. I report. The Netherlands defeated Sweden in their matchup today, 1-0, and they will face the women's U.S. national team in the finals. So we have the Netherlands versus the United States team. I have a feeling the United States team might be coming out on top on this one.
I hope so, man. They
deserve it. They've been steamrolling.
You know, I did see something interesting. When they were playing France, they were talking about the average speed of the U.S. team, and I think on average, obviously not during the whole game, but they were running at like 22 miles an hour.
That's crazy, man.
And I'm like, whew, that is fast.
I used to do company runs around like an area where people would drive during PT.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of like speedometers, or like, I guess, like, is that what they're called? Would that clock it? No, speedometers are what?
Yeah, like a speed trap kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
the
it's
portable
like
ones.
Yeah, and it's sitting on the side of the road, and we used to get caught being read by those at like 15, 16 miles an hour. And I thought that was fast for, we're running, well, I guess they're running 90 minutes.
Yeah.
There are substitutions, but I mean,
well, and then
they're running a little bit.
Injury time at the end. So,
yeah.
I mean, the whole thing is 90
That's insane, man. Just thinking because I was thinking like 15, 16, 17 miles an hour is like after 3-4 miles, I was like, oh God, this sucks. Can't imagine doing 22 miles for 90.
Well, I would imagine.
Average.
Yeah.
Average.
I would assume that that's probably like a burst speed, when they're sprinting.
For sure.
They're not just jogging at 22 miles an hour.
Still, that's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
I saw that. And then there was this one chick on there. She was the fastest, but I think her average sprint, or however they worded, I can't really remember, was 25.
25.
It's like, God,
damn. Bursts of speed. Woo! I like it. That's insane, man.
But they were saying that was the big key to the USA success, was they were just outlasting the other teams and just running.
Just grinding it.
Yeah.
Just grinding
They're
it.
just like, we can keep up this pace the whole match.
I like that.
And at least so far, no one's been able to keep up.
No.
So
I think the closest that they've had was the last one that they had with England, as far as I'm aware of. But honestly, I haven't been really watching it. I've just been paying attention to highlights after the games because they play at like noon when I can't watch it. So,
right.
I got some NBA free agency news. I clearly did not go through all of the craziness, but there was a lot of big names that went places and they did stuff. So I'm going to go over it real quick.
Okay.
Kemba Walker agreed to go to the Celtics. The Nets get Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant and DeAndre Jordan. Derrick Rose agreed to go to the Pistons. Jimmy Butler traded to the Miami Heat. The Bucks re-signed Chris Middleton. The Knicks get Julius Randle. Michael Carter-Williams will return to the Magic. Al Horford is going to Philly. Isaiah Thomas is set to join the Washington Wizards. Porzingis is going to re-sign with the Magic along with JJ Barea and Seth Curry. Looney returning to the Warriors as long as along with Klay Thompson. They're also bringing on D'Angelo Russell. Patrick Beverly rejoined the Clippers. JJ Redick is joining the Pelicans. Ricky Rubio is leaving Utah to go to Phoenix. Bogdanovich is going to leave the Pacers and sign with the Utah Jazz. And Damian Lillard agreed to a $196 million Supermax deal with the Portland Trail Blazers. How crazy is it that in like 2 days, basically all of the cards in the NBA's deck has been reshuffled? Like, you have all of these, like, why do we even have these short-term contracts just to have, like, if you and I are in the NBA and I call you and I'm like, hey, man, I'm in free agency, like, let's go to LA because there's a lot to go and do out there. We can go and hang out in LA and have some fun and play some basketball. Like, I feel like that's basically what's happening in this.
Yeah. Or
is that even fun to pay attention to?
Or like when LeBron James went to the
Miami,
Lakers.
or the Lakers, yeah.
And they're like, well, there's really good schools in LA.
Well, no,
and I get it, like it's your kids, but still.
Well, I mean, you're basically at that point because he's shooting Space Jam right now. He's got that show called The Barber Shop, I think. The guy's not playing basketball in LA to play basketball in LA. He's closer to LA to get into video production, being in movies.
Well, he better not.
He's a producer on some TV show too. Like,
he better not start cutting into Ice Cube's money with new barbershop.
NBA sucks, Dennis says. Yeah, like, is that even fun to watch anymore? I've kind of lost interest in it because of stuff like that. Like, we literally just watched the entire NBA take a deck, shuffle it, and pull out and say, hey, this guy's going here, this guy's going here. In a way,
I kind of like that, though.
I don't. Why do you like it?
Because that way, you know, you're not going to end up with the Patriots.
You're just rebuilding the Patriots on a different team at that point with different names. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Who did Larry Bird play for?
Celtics.
Okay. Who did LeBron James play for?
Cleveland.
So you think just Cleveland?
Well, no.
Larry Bird specifically just played for the Celtics.
Yeah, but I mean, LeBron. But when I think of LeBron James,
you think of the Celtics.
I think of the Cavaliers.
The dude's jumped from so many teams. What about Kevin Durant? Let's go with Kevin Durant. Can you – I see that you look at him and he won titles with Golden State, so you associate him with Golden State.
No, I associate him with the Sonics.
With the Sonics, okay. But I'm talking about maybe other people. But what I'm saying is in the NBA, people used to stick with one team. Other than Michael Jordan going to the Wizards after his retirement and why he joined the Wizards and played after he shouldn't have been, I don't know. But when you think of Michael Jordan, you see him in that Bulls jersey.
Yeah. Along with and Scottie Pippen.
I don't have that same projection of these big name superstars because even guys like Chris Paul are jumping ship from LA to Houston and maybe even Houston to somewhere else. BS LeBron, Miami, Cleveland, Lakers, you can associate with him with one. Okay. I guess I can associate him with one team.
I mean, he played on 3 teams, but in my mind, when I see LeBron James, I see him playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
What I'm trying to portray.
I know what you're trying to say. I kind of like the shakeup, though. Just be like, maybe this combination will beat this other combination rather.
Okay, thank you, Dennis. Okay, no. I get what you're saying, But tell me, throughout the entirety of the history of this show, what your reasoning is on why you don't watch the NBA.
Mostly it was the showboating that really turned me off from it.
I thought it was because that you have so many superstar teams stacked on one team. Yeah,
that also,
when you shuffle the deck, you have more of that happening.
Yeah, you can also break it up too.
But I don't feel like that's what happens. I feel like what happens is these guys get on the phone together and they're like, oh shit, we're going to go to – LeBron is a joke and he ruins team. That's true. He's a coach killer. I totally agree with that. But
all right, well, I'll put it this way. I like the idea of it. It could be good.
But they manipulate it
right
to a point where it's not fun. Like, I don't –
I wanted to see Durant win another championship. I didn't really want to see Golden State win another championship.
You're right. I want to see LeBron or not LeBron, Kevin Durant win as many titles as he can. Me personally, just because he's basically the only
active Sonic
left. I think maybe Jeff Green might still be playing. I think Jeff Green might still be playing.
Sure on that.
I don't know about that, but I think if I looked it up, I think Jeff Green's still playing. But we can move on from the.
But anyway, he's one of two then.
Yeah, we can move on from the NBA. All I was saying is I'm frustrated about watching how many moves get made. I don't watch it because what's a foul against one guy is not against another. That's very true also. I noticed that as well. But basically what I'm saying is a lot of the times we notice these guys creating superstar team, and then they get mad at like Kevin Durant for going to Golden State because you're building a superstar team. But there's so many other superstar teams out there, so why not join one? I feel like the NBA isn't really a sport more so as it is a drama headline.
Yeah, and that's
like a soap opera.
That's a big reason why I got tired of it. Is just a.
And I'm also
every time a guy, it's gotten better, but it seemed like there's like 2 straight seasons where it's like every time a guy shot, made a basket.
They would showboat.
It would just be like it was like the first time he'd ever made a basket. Yeah. I'm like, dude, come on. Like, you're a professional. Act like you've been there before, at least a little bit.
I'm with it. I'm over the NBA. We don't need to talk about it anymore.
Okay, move on.
Let's move on. The All-Star roster has been selected for the MLB, but the NBA conversation actually lasted a little bit longer than I was anticipating. So I'm not going to get into that. The only MLB news that I'm going to talk about is the MLB mourning the passing of 27-year-old pitcher Tyler Skaggs from the Los Angeles Angels. The Angels released an official statement on the morning of the 1st. It is with great sorrow that we report Tyler Skaggs had passed away earlier in Texas. They were on the road. Tyler has and always will be an important part of the Angels family. Our thoughts and prayers are with his wife Carly and the entire family during this devastating time. There's been no cause of death that has been released, and no further details have been given out. But too young of an age for this kid to be dying, man. I don't really care what it was that killed him. I'm barely older than that, and to see somebody at that age dies freaks me out. That it's like, dude, like anything like that could get you as well.
And he's in much better shape.
In much better shape than both of us. So it's like, dude.
And what I heard was there was no evidence of foul play or of self-harm.
Right. Okay, so I'm with it. NBA great is not better than I said that. Oh, Jeff's out here trolling. Okay. All right. So they canceled the game the day of, and the game after the Angels came out and won, I think 9-5. And basically after the game, they had a eulogy in the press conference where you could tell a lot of the guys were really broken up, and that's going to be quite the season for them. My thoughts are going out for the Angels and both of our thoughts. Both of our thoughts. Well, I can't speak for you most of the time.
Well, I'm kind of a wild card. Yeah, in this case, it's safe to assume. Yeah, man.
Our thoughts are going out to the Angels and Tyler Skaggs' family. And just try to be safe and be healthy if you guys can.
Go to the doctor.
Go to the doctor.
I don't
get
know.
checked out. I don't know what the cause of death was, but I'm not making a bet with you, man. All right. On a less somber note, we will be closing up the rest of this show with our top 3 quarterbacks of all time and our top 5 quarterbacks going in to the upcoming season. We're really close to football, man.
I know.
And we're close enough that I can smell summer.
The only reason I don't want us to be this close to football is because it means it's going to be fall.
Yeah, dude, I want to enjoy this summer. It's really awesome. But I love football so much that I would skip this summer, really, really honestly. I know you like summer, but I like me some football, baby.
I like fishing. So I don't really want to skip the summer.
Yeah, so we're gonna be talking about some football. What is it? The rookies flying. I don't know about other teams, but the rookies for the Seahawks are flying in 2 weeks from today to start minicamp stuff. So minicamp is right around the corner. We got the minicamp going on. So
and isn't that the mandatory minicamp?
Yeah. This is sick, dude. Oh my gosh. Jeff, you're crazy, man. All right. Sorry. Yeah, mandatory minicamps coming up. So, did you want to start with top 5 quarterbacks going into the 2019 season? Or did you want to start with top quarterbacks of all time? I'm going to let you pick on this one. Well, you pick. What do we do first?
My page is already turned to top 3.
Top 3?
Let's go with top 3.
All right, top 3.
Can I jump off for 1 second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Good
You got to go
God.
potty?
Yeah, I can't hold it anymore.
And I call it potty because I have a child and a puppy that I call it potty, so don't make fun of me for it. I'm sensitive. I have weak knees. Mini camps. Come on, Jeff. Don't play stupid. Don't play stupid. I'm really looking forward to the football season, and I'm really looking forward to some more Jeff's Basement. Go check out Jeff's Basement. He has a podcast on Facebook. He's commenting in our comments right now. Go check out Jeff's Basement. Just leave it at that. So why don't you give me your number 3 real quick?
My number 3?
Yeah.
Joe Montana.
Okay, so I want to start by saying I did not select anybody in any of my lists that did not play from the 80s and on.
Neither did I.
Okay. All right.
So, no. Not old as F, Jeff.
Joe Montana was 3 for you, huh?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So I went 4 Super Bowls, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, 8 Pro Bowls, 3-time first team, 2-time second team, 2-time NFL MVP, NFL Offensive Player of the Year, 2-time AP Athlete of the Year, NFL Comeback Player of the Year, 2-time NFL Passer Rating Leader, 2-time NFL Passing TD Leader, 1980s All-Decade Team, 75th Anniversary All-Time Team, and the 49ers retired number 16.
He was also a national champion.
He was also a national.
But we don't care about that.
He threw for 40,551 yards, 273 touchdowns, with a 63.2 completion rating or percentage. He had 139 interceptions and 7.5 yards per attempt, and ended his career with a 92.3 passer rating.
I like that. That's good. I actually have Joe Montana in an honorable mention slot.
Damn, really?
I do.
Damn. Okay.
I want to start by saying that I wanted to go with the quarterbacks that I looked at their individual accomplishments and individual stats. Having 4 Super Bowl rings doesn't make me really want me to put you on my list. Just want to go out there and say, just because you won more Super Bowls than the next guy, though I am going to say Joe Montana and Tom Brady are definitely the best quarterbacks out there, I'm more interested in looking at the stats individually and not as a team collective whole. And
Sure.
that's what I went for here. So I put Joe Montana in an honorable mention. And your 4 Super Bowls and 6 Super Bowls will not get you on my list today, guys. So Joe Montana is an honorable mention for me. Brett Favre as well. Can I read some Brett Favre stats? All right, Brett Favre, was he on your list?
He was not on my list.
Okay. Brett Favre was an honorable mention for me. He was a Super Bowl champion, 11-time Pro Bowl, 3-time first-team All-Pro, 3-time second-team All-Pro, 3-time AP MVP Most Valuable Player, Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year, AP NFL Offensive Player of the Year, 4-time NFL Passing Touchdown Leader, 2-time NFL Yards Leader. Green Bay retired his number. He's in Green Bay Hall of Fame. 1990s All-Decade Team. Dude ended up with 62% pass completion percentage. 508 touchdowns to his 336 interceptions, which isn't that impressive, but gridiron stuff, he's just grinding and chucking it. So, passing yards 71,838, and his passer rating was an 86. I threw Brett Favre into an honorable mention. My number 3 was Drew Brees.
Okay.
You got Drew Brees on your list?
I don't, but I like it.
Number 3 for me was Drew Brees. His career highlights and awards: there's a Super Bowl champion, a Super Bowl MVP, 12-time Pro Bowl, first-team All-Pro, 4-time second-team All-Pro, 2-time Offensive Player of the Year for the NFL, Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year, Associated Press Male Athlete of the Year, Burt Bell Award, Art Rooney Award, Walter Payton Award. NFL Comeback Player of the Year. So all of that stuff's good and dandy, but this is why Homeboy made my list a little bit above everybody else.
I can see why.
7-time NFL passing yards leader, 4-time NFL passing touchdowns leader, 2-time NFL passer rating leader, 5-time NFL completion rating leader, Maxwell Award, Big Ten Player of the Year, 2-time Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year, and a Bart Starr Award. This is where we start getting to the nitty-gritty here. He has a ton of NFL records. Most career passing yards, most career pass completions, highest career completion percentage, highest single season completion percentage, most consecutive games with a touchdown pass, most pass completions in a season, most 5,000 yards passing seasons, most touchdown passes in a game, which he's tied for.
with my number one.
Active statistics. And well, I know who your number one is now. Career NFL stats as of week 17, 2018. He has 9,783 pass attempts, 6,586 completions, with a 67.3 completion percentage, passing yards, 74,437. He has 520 touchdowns and 233 interceptions. That's insane. That's great. That's good numbers.
Yeah.
His passer rating is a 97.7. He's had 24 players of the week. He's had 4 players of the month. He's a 7-time leader in the longest pass in a season. He's had 395 sacks, resulting in 2,813 yards in a loss, 106 fumbles, and 27 pick sixes. I won't get into the nitty-gritty there. But number 3 is my pick is Drew Brees.
I like Drew Brees.
You know, you can't argue with the biggest thing is when you set individual records for me, that's what really gets me on getting you.
I didn't pick Joe Montana because of 4 Super Bowl wins. I picked him because
I wrote that down before I even knew you picked Joe Montana.
Yeah, well, just so everyone else knows, I picked him for the 2-time NFL MVP, the Offensive Player of the Year, and the 2-time AP Athlete of the Year.
Dude,
and the passer rating and the TD leaders.
Since joining the Saints, he's led all NFL quarterbacks in touchdowns, passing yards, and 300-yard games.
Yeah. Drew Brees has quietly been working down there in in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And just crushing it.
Dude, yeah. I mean, honestly, he has good wide receivers and tight ends and running backs around him. But could you tell me who his wide receivers were, like significant wide receivers were 5 years ago, 3 years ago?
No.
Not off the top of my head either. Maybe I'm just, crazy. I don't know. And he's still out here trolling. Jeff's still out here trolling. I like it, though. All right. Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't mean to derail us. But, yeah, I mean, in a season, 5 times, he has passed for over 5,000 yards in a season 5 times. No other quarterback has done that more than once. He has led
Johnny Unitas, right?
Nope.
Oh, I thought I read that somewhere.
He passed for over 5,000 yards in a season 5 times. 5 times.
Oh,
5,000 yards 5 times.
Oh, okay. I must have been reading something different.
He's
God damn it.
Did you just cut yourself?
No,
Good?
that can keeps catching my mustache hairs.
He's led the NFL in passer yards a record 7 times and passing a touchdown record tying 4 times.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And he was NFL Player Comeback of the Year in 2004 and Offensive Player of the Year in 2008 and 11 and an MVP in the Super Bowl. I mean, if that doesn't, scream great quarterback to you, I don't know, man.
I don't think it's any denying Drew Brees is a great quarterback.
In 2012, he broke Johnny Unitas' long-standing record of consecutive games with a touchdown pass. He has passed for over 5,000 yards in a season 5 times. That's where it was. That's what you were talking about?
I think so.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. Drew Brees is my number 3. Who is your number 2?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is my number 2 as well.
All right.
That's lovely. I love you. This is why I love you. Tom Brady. All right. Hold on. As I stated before, I'm looking at individual records and stats. So before anyone gets all bent out of shape, I'm going to say I do think Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback, the most winningest quarterback, the greatest quarterback of all time, the best. But when it comes to individual stats and it comes to all of the accolades that I'm looking at today, Tom Brady's number 2.
I agree. I mean, I wasn't going to go through all of that, but, yeah, if you're just looking at Super Bowl rings, I mean,
Congratulations.
Yes, he's number 1. But just because you beat Tom Brady doesn't make you a better quarterback than Tom Brady.
Eli Manning's the greatest quarterback of all time because he beat Tom Brady.
I would take Tom Brady over Nick Foles any day of the week, no questions asked. I mean, there's no disputing that.
Right.
And I totally, a Super Bowl championship is a team win, not just a quarterback win, just a running back win.
Okay, so I could have the argument that some quarterbacks did have more significant roles than other in Super Bowl wins. However, there was a lot of Super Bowl wins that Tom Brady had that he had no part in them winning that game, such as the Seahawks game.
Right.
Such as the Adam Vinatieri kick against the Rams.
Yep.
So, there's a couple where other people were more. That's why he has 4 Super Bowl MVPs and not 6. He has 6 rings, but not 6 MVPs. So, go ahead. If you had 6 MVPs in a Super Bowl, then
obviously,
God damn it, you're number 1.
Yeah, clearly.
But number 4, seriously though, that's 4. Is that 4 Super Bowl MVPs? That seriously is like up there. But nobody else has played in as many Super Bowls as Tom Brady.
No, he's won 6 and played in 3 others? Did he lose to the Giants twice or once?
I think he lost to the Giants twice, and he lost to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
So
he's played in 9 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So he's been in a Super Bowl half his career.
Yeah. So we'll leave it at that.
Well, just under half.
We'll leave it at that.
Okay. Anyway, so 6 Super Bowls, 4 Super Bowl MVPs, 14-time Pro Bowl, 3-time first team, 2-time second team, 2-time Offensive Player of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year, which I don't know when Tom Brady's ever had to come back.
2009, apparently.
Yeah, okay. Well, congratulations, man.
Yeah.
3-time passer yard leading, 4-time passing TD leader, 2-time passer rating leader, 2000s All-Decade Team. He's passed for 61,582 yards and 456 touchdowns.
Where'd you get that from? The information.
NFL statistics or something like that.
Okay. All right. I was just wondering. Go ahead. Keep going.
And 152 interceptions with a 63.8 completion percentage and 7.5 yards per attempt. And as of right now, has a 97.2 passer rating.
Okay, so our numbers are a little skewed. I go off of Pro Football Reference, which is statistics off of the end of 2018 during a regular season. So,
these are career numbers, I think.
Oh, so I don't look at. Well, some of yours were lower than the ones that I was looking at. Like his passing yards were higher than what you have, than what I have. So I don't know. It's okay. That's what research on the internet does for you. But I have him also having 30 times Player of the Week, 10 times Player of the Month, 7-time leader in longest pass in a season, 31 pick sixes, 118 fumbles, 473 sacks, resulting in 2,944 yards lost. Not only The only quarterback to reach 200 regular season wins, Tom Brady is the winningest quarterback in NFL history. With the postseason record of 30-10, he is first all-time in playoff wins and appearances for any NFL player. Brady has led the Patriots to the NFL record 8 consecutive AFC championships since 2018, 13 overall. He has never had a losing season as a starting quarterback, and he's tied for the record for the longest touchdown pass at 99 yards to Wes Welker. Tom Brady has won 4 Super Bowl MVP awards, the most ever by a player, as well as 3 league MVP awards. He is the oldest player to receive that award. Brady has been with the Patriots 19 seasons, which is an NFL record for seasons quarterbacking for one team. In Brady's 17 seasons as a starter, he has played in a record 9 Super Bowls with the Patriots and is one of only 2 quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl in their first season as a starter. Brady holds the most postseason quarterback records, leading all quarterbacks in postseason touchdowns, passing yards, and completions, while owning corresponding Super Bowl records as well. Put Tom Brady 2 because of the Super Bowl wins and the NFL Most Valuable Player. And the 4-time Super Bowl MVP. Mm-hmm. When it comes time to win, look at Tom Brady for the way to win. Some incredible numbers in the touchdown to interception ratio with a 517 to 171. I was very impressed with the 4-time NFL touchdown leader and 3-time passing leader. However, the guy I have above Brady was because of the record set by him alone. Tom Brady should be number 1 in anyone's other top list, but right now I have Peyton Manning, my number 1.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it. What I'm talking about. All right. I have Peyton Manning as my number 1, specifically on the fact of all of the records that he set.
Yep.
Exactly. The records that he holds. And we're looking at numbers and statistics. All right. I like all of the records that he holds. His accolades individually compared to Tom Brady and compared to
you could really just go for the
Drew Brees also.
Well, and for the records too, because they both have the same number of passing TD leaders and passing yard leaders.
Yes. The only thing, and this is why I did not put Tom Brady 1, the only thing that Tom Brady really has on him
are
the rings and the Super Bowl MVPs.
Yeah,
but you're more than likely to have a higher record in that when you play in 9 Super Bowls. Yeah. So that's what it is.
And after all of that, at least from what I have written down,
Tom Brady's played 19 seasons. Peyton Manning played 17.
And Peyton Manning has less than a 1% of a discrepancy or lower passer rating than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
At 96.5 versus Tom Brady's 97.2.
What was Tom Brady's yards?
I have 61,582 yards.
So even if our numbers are skewed, it's almost 10,000 more passing yards for Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I have
71,940.
I have that as well.
Peyton Manning also has. Well, why don't you read the numbers and then I'll go into my big old spiel about it because I wrote a couple paragraphs about it.
Okay, so I'll just go through what I have written down start to finish, including the records.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm going to read this comment real quick. 2024 Russell Wilson should pass Vic for the all-time leading rusher for a QB. What does Russell Wilson have to do besides winning more Super Bowls to be a first? So first round ballot. I think honestly, if he bumps up his numbers in his passing yards, like he's still competing, and we'll get into that because we're going to be talking about that.
And that's not. I don't think that's not on Russell Wilson. He has to bump up his passing numbers. I mean, that's having 3 seasons of bad offensive line.
Well, not only that, but
and playing injured for a season.
The Seahawks had the second most rushing attempts last season, and the Seahawks also led the league in rushing, split between 3 backs actually.
And the year before that, Russell Wilson was the number 1 rusher.
Yeah, like their rushing is key as opposed to their throwing. Russell Wilson
haven't made that a secret. I mean, they're a run first offense.
Russell Wilson is I'm going to win the way I know how to win when it needs to happen type of a quarterback. Mm-hmm. Whereas these guys who we're talking about right now, who are definitely first round Hall of Famers, first ballot Hall of Famers, they put up the numbers because they got in the schemes that worked for them to put up those numbers. But I'm going to definitely talk about Russell Wilson here in a minute. But
good. I was hoping you would.
Why? Because you're not? Oh, no. Disappointed in you. It's okay. Go ahead.
I'll explain that.
We'll get to it. Okay, go ahead.
So Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning.
He won 2 Super Bowls, 1 Super Bowl MVP, never mind. 14-time Pro Bowler, 7-time first team, 3-time second team, 5-time NFL MVP, Pro Bowl MVP, which 2-time NFL Offensive Player of the Year, NFL Comeback Player of the Year, 3-time NFL Passing Yard Leader, 4-time NFL Passing TD Leader, 3-time Passer Rating Leader, 2000s All-Decade Team, Colts Ring of Honor, and the retired number 18. And then we get to his NFL records. Most passing touchdowns at 539. Most passing touchdowns in a season, 55. Most passing yards in a season, 5,477. Most regular season MVPs, 5. Most career game-winning drives, 54. Most comebacks, 43. Most first-team All-Pros at QB at 7.
Most tied for that, by the way.
Yeah, tied. Okay. I didn't write down ties. Most Pro Bowl selections at 14, and most passing touchdowns in a game at 7.
He's also tied for Tom Brady. Tied for Tom Brady.
Yeah, there's 3 ties in there, but I didn't write down the ties.
Right. Okay.
And then he passed, or in his career, he had 71,940 yards, 539 touchdowns, 65.3 completion percentage, 251 interceptions, and 7.7 yards per attempt, and ended his career at a 96.5 passer rating. And one of the big reasons I put him above Tom Brady was the yards per attempt.
Yards per attempt. I like that. Biggest thing for me was 5 NFL MVPs.
That was another big one.
Big thing for me was 5 NFL MVPs. Because you can have all of the Super Bowl rings and all of the Super Bowl MVPs, but people won't get that opportunity unless it's a collective team thing.
Right. And you're not going to the Super Bowl because your quarterback is that amazing.
Right.
He has to have someone to throw the ball to. He has to have someone to protect him.
It's a team
running back.
Right.
Yeah. Your kicker has to make the extra points. All that stuff.
Peyton Manning was a 27-time Player of the Week. Peyton Manning was also an 8-time Player of the Month. 8 times in his season, he had the longest pass of the year. He was only sacked 303 times in his career, resulting in 1,953 yards.
How many times was Tom Brady sacked?
Tom Brady was sacked.
Or has been sacked.
It's still going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I deleted it.
Oh,
Skirt.
okay.
No, hold on one second. Tom Brady was sacked or has been sacked 473 times, resulting in 2,944 yards lost. I wrote that down because that's a significant number.
Yeah.
They're both pocket passers, and that just tells to me that you know when to get rid of the ball and how to get rid of the ball. A little bit better.
Yeah, what do they call that?
The offensive line makes a difference,
IQ,
obviously.
or...
Yeah, your quarterback IQ is a little bit better. He only had 19 pick sixes, where Tom Brady has 31.
Damn.
77
Wow.
fumbles, where Tom Brady has 118. 77 fumbles for Peyton Manning in his 17 years.
Man, and I don't really want to hear about that, like, oh, it's cold in Boston. You think it's not cold in Indianapolis?
You think they play in a dome, but Denver.
Well, you think it's not cold in Denver?
Yeah. Peyton Manning was selected by the Colts as a first overall pick in 1998. From 1998 to 2010, he improved his fortunes of the struggling Colts franchise and helped transform them into a consistent playoff contender. During his tenure as a starting quarterback, Manning led the team to 8 division championships, 2 AFC championships, and 1 Super Bowl title. This is the first Super Bowl title that the team had in over 3 decades, as well as their first since relocating to Indianapolis. Manning was released by the Colts and signed with the Broncos, serving as the team's starting quarterback from 2012 to 2015. He contributed to the Broncos reaching to the top of their division each year, and his playing career concluded with a victory in Super Bowl 50. Manning holds a bunch of records. We talked about him. Manning is also the only quarterback to start the Super Bowl for 2 franchises more than once with different coaches at each Super Bowl. Dungy,
Wow.
Caldwell, Fox, and Kubiak. And the only starting quarterback to win a Super Bowl with 2 franchises. At the age of 39, Peyton Manning was the oldest quarterback to start in and win a Super Bowl until Tom Brady surpassed him, winning at Super Bowl 41. I gave the number 1 spot to Peyton Manning because he did all this in less time than Tom Brady and Peyton Manning or Drew Brees did. He did it in 17 years, where Tom's 19 and Drew's 18. His record, 5-time MVP, that alone stood out to me. But here's something I'm going to sell you on more.
Okay.
Most career game-winning drives and most career comebacks stand out as well, man.
Yes.
Most career game-winning drives is a big clutch deal for me. And that's one of the biggest things that sold it to me on. If Tom Brady held any of these records, I would hands down give Tom Brady the number 1 spot. Mm-hmm. But Peyton Manning's still the man right now. Peyton Manning's the man to beat in the numbers game, though Tom Brady does have all of the Super Bowl and postseason, all of the stuff that happens after a regular season. Peyton Manning is the regular season dude, and that's where I'm going to leave it at.
That, and I like, after that last Super Bowl, the first thing he said, he's like, what are you going to do when you get home? And he's like, I'm going to drink a bunch of Bud Light.
Yeah.
That cracked me up.
It was good stuff. So I don't know if we have the time. We're at 54:45 at the moment.
Want to go for it?
It's really up to you, man. Okay, Peyton Manning got caught with the package of what coming to house and tried to pull his wife under the bus. Von Miller won that Super Bowl. Manning should have started that last Super Bowl. Peyton Manning looked like Danny Manning in his last year of the Broncos. Hey, the numbers are there, man. Go. I'm not going to argue with you. This is my list. That's his list too. And I'm not going to argue.
That last year, that was all defense that won that 100%. Super Bowl.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
He still retired as a Super Bowl champion.
Cheers to that. And I was already ready to have people get twisted about this. I'm not going to argue about it. My thing is I'm looking at numbers, and like I said, you can get to the Super Bowl, and if Tom Brady wins 9 out of 9, I'm still like, that's fantastic. Good job. But that doesn't warrant me giving you the best numbers, like statistically, best quarterback statistically. I'm not going to do that. And that's what we're looking at today. Tom Brady does not hold. I probably should have put Drew Brees above Tom Brady because of the records Drew Brees holds. But I gave Tom Brady the number 2 spot because I felt that the number of postseason and Super Bowl wins and MVPs, all of the numbers that I looked at in the sack department, in the interception department, the touchdown department, Tom Brady was just a little bit above Drew Brees. And they're both looking to pass Peyton Manning in the touchdown career leaders this season. They both could pass him this season. Knock him down to 3. But right now, I'm looking at Peyton Manning as number 1.
Yeah.
Where are you at on the all-time? Look at this, man. Or moving into – we got 5 guys we got to talk about. And we're at an hour already.
I mean, we can save it for next week.
Let's save it for next week.
Are you sure?
What do you mean, are you sure?
Okay.
Do you want to do it right now?
I don't care. We can do it now. Or we can save it till next week. I don't have near as much written down.
I have a ton written down. That's why I'm skeptical, because I have a lot written down. Okay, hold on. Okay, check it out. Just this is what I have written down.
Yeah, what we have written down is so different.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because that's going to be a whole show.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Are yours completely different than mine? Completely different than mine?
What are yours? Let me just read them. Okay. No. 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 No.
We have the same numbers?
No, I don't have any of those.
You don't have any of those people?
No.
Holy, yeah. We're going to save it for next week. We're going to save it for next week.
Okay.
We'll save it for next week. All right, man. We'll save that for next week. But thank you, everybody who came and watched us rant about football or sports in general. Seriously.
Don't worry, there'll be more next week.
Hopefully.
There will be more next week.
Are you sure? Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, we're going to have it'll be a whole show. Hopefully nothing crazy happens in sports next week. Okay, so if you're lighting off fireworks on your own tomorrow, please be safe. Please don't drink and drive, guys.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourselves on America's birthday. Happy America Day. Happy America Day.
Yeah, call an Uber, call a taxi.
Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, it's way cheaper than DUI.
Don't
do it.
Don't play with fireworks when you're drunk either. Seriously, that's really stupid. Don't play with fireworks. It's not worth it. Okay? It's cool. It makes a loud noise. Yeah, we all get it. But it's not worth you losing a digit. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to check out Talk Interference Sports on YouTube, twitch.tv/Richter Shoe, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you're not watching us on the Game Changer Sports Network, check us out. Check them out on their Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Go to Tabby's Coffee in Everett. If you're looking for coffee, sorry. And they're attached to the library in Everett. And tell them Talk Interference Sports sent you. They might hook you up a little bit. Check out my other podcast where we talk about all kinds of things, different stuff. It's called That One Show, where we talk about stuff. Jeff's Basement, Jeff's Kitchen. Check out Rockcast on YouTube. Check out Kid Sappin' Comedy on YouTube. And the podcast on YouTube. Got any plugs you want to do?
No.
All right, guys. Seriously, please be safe next tomorrow. Next tomorrow. Be safe tomorrow, guys. Seriously, don't drink and drive. Don't get into firework accidents. Be safe. And happy America. America!
Fuck yeah.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
Have a good week.